61, post-menopausal, 100 days. Janet Jackson, 1995 body. Can it be done? We're going to find out.
Out of the blue, I'm changing my tune. They think I'm singing off key and coming unglued.
The question is, how do you come back from a weekend of indulgence and not spiral down the whole shame and guilt pathway? Good question. Well, hello, here we are. We finally arrived to the day that we're starting the 100-day challenge that I've set for myself in an effort to achieve the body that Janet Jackson had in 1995. I'm 61. I'm postmenopausal. I've got 100 days. Is this even possible? We're going to find out. Well, of course, I had to go away for the weekend, right? So I told you last week, the reason that I chose to start today was because my husband and I had already planned a beautiful weekend away in Sydney to celebrate his birthday. Now, going into that weekend, I had to talk to myself about being mindful about the food choices I was going to make and whether or not I was going to drink alcohol. Now, I'm not a big drinker anyway, so the alcohol's not really the problem. But when I have alcohol, I often want something sweet either the day after or the following days to come. So this weekend was absolutely spectacular. We've made it a tradition to go down to Sydney every year to enjoy the opera because that's what my husband really likes. And now I've actually become an opera fan. So this weekend, we went to see Madame Butterfly at the Sydney Opera House. But that's not all we did. We also indulged in some exquisite dining experiences at Benelong, which is the restaurant that's right there at the Sydney Opera House, and a little French cuisine at Bouillon l'Entrecôte. So 2 beautiful days of gorgeous dinners. And my next door neighbor suggested that we go to this place called the Shady Pines Saloon. Okay, you want saloon atmosphere, some gorgeous, delectable selections of whiskey, that is the place to go. I mean, really, the music was great. There were the stuffed animals on the walls and the kind of rockabilly music in the background. It was fantastic. Great, great experience. The question is, how do you come back from a weekend of indulgence and not spiral down the whole shame and guilt pathway? Good question. I think often when we go off the rails, or so to speak, we go off our plan, that can really affect our mindset, right? We feel bad about it. We want to punish ourselves. We're loaded with guilt and shame for having eaten all the things that we said we weren't going to eat or drink something that we said that we weren't going to drink. Before I left, though, a friend of mine said to me, Shari, it's all about what you can have and what you do decide to choose. And this, for me, I would not consider a relapse. I walked into this weekend telling myself, I am choosing to be present. I am choosing to love and enjoy this experience with my husband. I am choosing celebration for the weekend, and I'm not going to punish myself after because this was a conscious decision of my part, understanding that there would be consequences associated with those decisions. And in fact, there were definitely consequences. I got on the scale this morning and I topped 88 kilos. Oh my God. But you know what? It's not fat weight, it's water weight and maybe a little bit of inflammation, some salt water retention. It's not fat. I'm not concerned. Today is day 1 of my 100-day challenge, and we are back on track. And it's all about consistency and, enjoying those special moments, which are really, really priceless. We're coming back with consistency and getting back on the plan, not punishment. I don't feel guilty. I'm not ashamed of myself. We had a divine weekend together, and those moments are simply priceless. So what's in the plan? Here we go. We're back on track and we're getting started. Now, we've got two components to my plan, right? We're going to be doing movement every single day and adding some resistance training at home in my little setup that I have here in my sunroom, just using my body weight, some dumbbells, and maybe some bands, which I have of varying intentions. And then a clean eating plan. And my clean eating plan basically means a really good amount of protein, some healthy fats, and minimal carbohydrates in the form of green leafy vegetables or other green vegetables, cruciferous vegetables, and zucchini and things like that. So today, for the workup, it's going to be a gentle one, okay? We're just going to get on the spin bike for about 20 minutes, get the body limber and warmed up. Then I'm going to head up to the rooftop and do some stretching, maybe a little bit of core work, and that's going to be it. I have a full day of actual work. So I'm going to be gentle with myself, but I am going to get now back on the plan and be doing something every single day with my body. For food, I'm going to keep it simple. My meals, I've decided to do 2 full meals and 2 snacks. I think that will work really well for me. I generally don't eat until about 10, 11, sometimes noon, which gives me that night 16-8 intermittent fasting program where I'm eating within an 8-hour window and then fasting from about 6, 7 o'clock at night till the next day when I eat again. So my first meal of the day today, I've planned some beautiful eggs, scrambled eggs with some additional egg whites and some spinach and mushroom just kind of stirred into them with a tiny little bit of olive oil in the pan. For my snack, I'm going to have my favorite, which is really portable, easy to bring with me anywhere, a little tin of sardines, and I like the ones in the tomato sauce, but there's lots of different flavors, and some seeded crackers that I love because those are really great source of omega-3 fatty acids between the sardines and the crackers, and very satiating. So I feel full after that. And that's kind of my late afternoon snack because that's when I tend to dip down in energy. So somewhere around 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And then when I come home in the evening around 6:30, we're going to have a beautiful dinner. I know Jens has a sirloin that he's going to throw on the grill, and I like mine medium rare, almost on the rare side. A nice sirloin steak, about between 200 and 250 grams of a nice sirloin, and some vegetables. And I think we've got some broccolini, and he's got some beautiful zucchini that he's going to throw on the grill with a little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper, and maybe some rosemary on top. So that's the plan. If I'm still hungry before I go to bed, and there is a lot of debate about should you eat before you go to bed or not. I don't like to eat too late. So if I'm still feeling that I want a little bit more, I feel like I'm a little bit low on the calories, and we'll take a look at that after. I'm going to have a little snack of either some high protein cottage cheese or Greek yogurt with some fresh blueberries on top. And that should do it until I eat the next day around noon or so. That's it. That's the plan. Let's get into it.
It's loving yourself as he loves you, and love the one standing next to you. It's the only way to survive this day. We all are on a journey, no ending or beginning. Yesterday is gone now. Tomorrow hasn't come yet. All we have is present. We go along as we are, with faith, love, and hope in our Father and each other. I give thanks for the life I live, and every day I do my best to give what I can share. We all need to care. So I sing because he called me to. I write this song as my appeal to you.
Okay, I'm feeling great. back on track. We've officially started the 100-day challenge. I completed everything on my program this morning, got through my entire morning habit stack, did my gentle workout of my spin and my little bit of core exercises and my stretching to get my body all nice and limber, so that we can really get into it tomorrow. Now, tomorrow is going to be a big hit to the system, and I have to give myself a little bit of grace. We're going to do a big lower body workout tomorrow, with lots of reps. I'm going to start low on the weight, but we are going to try to get through the whole thing. It's not going to be easy. I have to say, I think on the next day after that, I'm going to really feel it in my body, but we're just going to take it one day at a time. So what my plan is going forward is, tomorrow I'm going to take some more measurements. I'm going to weigh myself again, and I'm going to do my waist circumference to see where we're starting. A little bit scary on that one, but I'm going to show it to you. And then from then on, I think what I'll do is either 1 or 2 videos a week and then a weekly check-in on Sunday. So on Sunday, you'll get a summary of the whole week. You'll see some of the workouts that I've been doing. I'll post it in the description so you can see the exercises and the foods that I've been eating. And then we'll look forward to like 1 or 2 videos a week with always a summary on the Sunday. Thank you so much. This is a journey that we're on, which is why I put that song in the video. And yes, these are all my songs that you're hearing, so you can hear them on Spotify or any other streaming services, any other streaming platforms out there. Journey I wrote for my most recent album, Hope, that was released in 2020. And life is a journey. And I'm really, really excited to be on this one with you. Thank you for your comments and for your suggestions. A couple ladies here on the Sunshine Coast have already contacted me, and we're meeting up on a regular basis to help keep each other accountable. So that's it. This is Life with Dr. Shari Hall. The 100-day challenge has begun, and we'll see you soon. So, if you're enjoying what you're seeing so far and you'd like to continue on the journey with me, or perhaps you just need a little friendship or some inspiration or motivation as you start your own transformation journey, feel free to click the subscribe button below. I'd love to have you along. So, subscribe. Okay.